When it comes to Mobile Legends, pairing heroes with the right synergy is essential for team success. Unfortunately, Zilong and Uranus are one of those duos that just don't click, and it becomes apparent once you dive into the battlefield. Although both are strong individually, their skill sets don't quite mesh, and their playstyles end up clashing rather than complementing each other.
Here's why.
Zilong's playstyle: aggressive, fast, and solo-oriented. Zilong is all about speed, aggression, and singling out targets. His skill set revolves around diving into the enemy backline to eliminate squishy heroes like mages and marksmen. Zilong's strength lies in his ability to dive, deal burst damage, and move in and out of fights. He thrives in chaotic battles where he can reposition and take down priority targets. His focus is often more on one-on-one fights or flanking the enemy from unexpected angles to get easy kills. Uranus' playstyle: tanky, durable, and team-oriented. On the other hand, Uranus plays the opposite role in the team. He is the unbreakable wall that absorbs damage, sustains in long team fights with his area of effect, AoE, slow, and regeneration abilities. Unlike Zilong, Uranus' playstyle isn't about diving deep or singling out enemies for quick kills. He's a team-oriented tank designed to absorb damage and control enemy movement, especially during team fights. His role is to engage enemies, create space, and protect his allies. Why they don't click. The problem arises when you try to pair these two heroes. Uranus and Zilong are essentially playing different games on the same team, and it leads to a lack of coordination in most situations. Playstyle mismatch: Zilong wants to dive deep into the enemy backline, while Uranus prefers to stay up front and absorb damage. This leaves Zilong without the support he needs when diving, making him vulnerable to counterattacks and burst damage. Meanwhile, Uranus can't fully leverage his durability because Zilong is often too far away to benefit from his zone control. Lack of synergy: Uranus thrives on long, drawn-out fights where he can regenerate health and slowly wear down the enemy. Zilong, however, wants quick and decisive engagements. The result is Uranus sticking around in fights while Zilong is either gone or in trouble, with the two rarely being able to synchronize their attacks or defenses. No chain crowd control: Uranus doesn't provide much in the way of crowd control, which Zilong desperately needs to lock down targets and deal burst damage. While Uranus has some slowing abilities, they're not enough to keep enemies in place for Zilong's assassination attempts. Without a strong crowd control partner, Zilong can struggle to secure kills or escape once he's deep in the enemy team. Split-pushing dilemma: Zilong is one of the best split-pushers in the game, but Uranus isn't. Zilong prefers to split-push and pressure objectives while Uranus excels in team fights. This creates a divide in team strategy, as Zilong will often be pushing a lane while Uranus is holding the front line or engaging in team fights, leading to a disconnect in their teamwork. Divergent objectives: Zilong's primary focus is on taking out high-priority targets and securing objectives through split-pushing. Uranus, meanwhile, is more about soaking up damage and protecting his team. These divergent objectives mean that they're rarely on the same page during a game, resulting in missed opportunities and a lack of coordination. Conclusion: in summary, Zilong and Uranus don't click because of their fundamentally different playstyles. Zilong's aggressive, fast-paced solo gameplay doesn't mesh well with Uranus' tanky, team-oriented role. Without strong crowd control or the ability to support each other in the same fights, this duo often struggles to find synergy. They operate on different wavelengths, and as a result, your team can suffer from a lack of coordination and effective strategy. When it comes to overcoming this mismatch, it's best to acknowledge that these two heroes need more complementary teammates to balance them out. Zilong needs someone who can dive with him or provide more burst, while Uranus excels with teammates that can capitalize on his durability and crowd control. Be sure to subscribe for more in-depth Mobile Legends guides, tips, and strategies to help you dominate with the right hero combinations.